What is up, YouTube? This is HeyhoBrando. Welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. Now you can see from the title what we are doing actually today is redoing Dark Souls 1. Now, if you all remember before, and I will be leaving a link in the description below, that I did do a Dark Souls Remaster walkthrough in the past with a character named Sir Bonkus. And as you can see for this guy, he's known as Sir Bonkus Jr. Now the reason for that is that going back to watching that, I realized I didn't really do a true hammer only Bonkus type of playthrough, and I didn't do the DLCs like I said. So what we're going to do here is the following, and here are the rules of this play. Rule number 1, I can use only weapons that are labeled as hammers. You're going to find out later on that, well, after this, is that I did start off with the black fire bombs, mostly just for me to get the demon hammer. This is so that I can at least have it, because the only way then I can get the demon hammer is either later on down the line or in New Game Plus, which I won't be doing. So only way I can get one of the hammers of the game is of course to do it as such. So other than that, we're only going to be using hammer weapons. Rule number 2, no summoning. Can only do with my skills alone, and believe me, at the end of this episode, it did get a little bit on the painful side. Rule number 3 is to do all of the bosses, including the DLC. That also means I'm going to have to fight Calamite, which I've never fought solo, so this is going to be an interesting idea. Rings and armor are of course allowed into this, because I'm not going to be a freaking psychopath, but I want to try to at least do something that makes it where I'm going to be unga bunga bonkus bonkus. So, you know, bigger armor and all that stuff. We want to be able to tank our attacks and all of that good thing. But anyway, let's get Sir Bonkus Jr.'s adventure started today. After waking up in the undead asylum, I have to make my way over to here. As I said before, I started off with the black fire bombs. I am going to be allowing myself to use items in this playthrough, mostly for the fact of, obviously, I want to use as much as I can to get as strong as I possibly can. But as I said beforehand, the black fire bombs will help me in getting the Demon Great Hammer, because the only other way I could get the Demon Great Hammer is, I believe, only in New Game Plus. Maybe there's a way for me to get the game, get it later on. I know there are technically glitches where you can actually get out of the asylum, but I've never been good at glitches, and I don't plan on trying to learn how to do the glitch at all at the beginning. So either way, just make our way down over, throw the first one, and then work on bringing it down, get whacked right across the face right from the get-go. And because it's also been a while since I played this game, I had to get used to the controls. I was playing a little bit of Dark Souls 3, so I'm still used to how the controller of that is. But with at least 5 fire bombs, the Asylum Demon goes down, and I get my reward of the Demon Great Hammer. Can't wait for me to use that. We find this knight just chilling out over here. We just exhaust his dialogue, so obviously we can get the keys to get the hell out of here, and the SS Flask as well, because obviously we're going to need that shit. Don't decide to kill him. I do decide I want to, at least, but I decided, better not try to. And I couldn't figure out what that key did beforehand. I was remembered, oh, that's right, I already have the other key, and for some reason, he has the key if you kill the the demon beforehand. So yeah, just had to remember that, and because I don't think I've ever done that before, a normal playthrough, so something new for me at least. Also, another thing that was new for me is that when defeating this hollow, I was actually able to get a couple of armor pieces, so we no longer have to see my crusty jerky ass cheeks, and we at least have some armor on our person. Gonna be fat rolling or medium rolling for a little while, but once we're able to wield the Demon Great Hammer, everything is going to be just fine. After getting jump scared by a bird and left down by the bonfire for where our adventure will begin, it's time for Sir Bonkus' Jr. adventure to truly begin. And you know, like any good thing, you just want to come over here and level up, and my basic plan was to try to get my strength up as much as I can, and I don't really level up anything else until I'm able to wield the demon great hammer. And even at the end of this, I still can't wield it. But, you know, we're going to do our more major thing at the beginning and just go around, pick up our things. And as I said, we're only going to be using weapons that are considered hammers. And down here, as you all may know, is the Morning Star, because I wanted to see if this weapon is considered as a hammer. So once I am able to pick it up and the talisman, I go right over to check, and sure enough, hammer. So we can wield it. Making our way up to the undead bird, got whacked by an undead right from the get-go, but at least with the Morning Star, I can at least one-shot hit these guys. And for some reason, there's a Gravelord servant right there. Really don't understand why that's still there, or why that is to be there. Hopefully it doesn't screw up my world in any sort of way whatsoever, but at this point, we're just going around just to collect some things. Made our way past the bridge of the dragon, and I found out something pretty interesting is that if you go the other way, if you're able to go the other way without actually getting the dragon to go off, and how you do that is by getting the master key and you come in the back way, the dragon won't be on the bridge of the other one, so you can get that stuff without the dragon being there at all, or he'd be there a lot more later than normal, but good to know for anyone that didn't know that. But no, at this point, just going around collecting all the things I'm going to need to then later on level up. So I thought I was good enough to fight the Black Knight. I know technically speaking I can't use any of their gear except the shield and their armor, but I thought to myself, hey, if I could get lucky and maybe get his spear or shield, it'd be a great thing to start us off. But of course, the first death of the game happens right there. Decided to get the Crystal Lizard because we're going to need the Twinkling Titanite for level up later on, and decided now, good time as anything to fight the Taurus demon. And like anything, you just go up the ladders, of course, and you go and deal with these fuckers up here, because I almost forgot about these guys the last time, and I'm still not used to the fact of I'm medium rolling. But once we deal with that, we gotta deal with the Taurus demon. Starting the fight off with a nice old plunge attack. I almost screwed myself right from the get-go. Yeah, got caught a couple times, and the fact of my plank shield does not do 100%, I was almost screwed until I tried to at least start attacking it and trying to get away from it. I knew I wouldn't be able to get up again, so I was like, okay, might as well just at least try to bleed it, and hopefully the damage will be more than optimal enough. But with how it's going right now, it seems to be good. Found that I could easily stun it, and then the bleed really goes off with 132 damage, but decided, okay, just stick as close as I can with it, try to at least stun it, and maybe get another bleed in to finish it off, but decided, okay, quickly heal. But I'm getting screwed over repeatedly just from how things are slow in this game. Like I said, Dark Souls 3 made everything so much quicker, with the whole idea of drinking S's and just rolling out the way. So hopefully next time I don't be like that, but knowing how I am, oh yeah, it's gonna get like that. After talking to Sunbro and also unlocking the shortcut, found a way to get the dragon down without having to shoot it down with some arrows, because again, you can't use it because I can only use hammer. I get the undead perish and quickly land on the bonfire, because I was not going to have that dragon hit me at all. And even though I know I can't use the weapons, some reason I still wanted to go over here and pick up the claymore, and I think it's the soul that's on the bridge as well, because I'm going to need as much EXP as I can possibly get at this point in the match. I came on over to Andre just to mostly see if he had maybe another hammer-like weapon to use, and I found out that a warpick is a hammer. I had no idea it was, but apparently it is, so I at least just collect it. Maybe I'll use it later on just to see how it is, but for now, we're not really going to be using the warpick. For now, we're just going to be sticking with our Morningstar, but hey, learn something new every day. Warpick's a hammer. Brought the big guy out here, mostly just did the good old-fashioned run around him until he dies. I thought that hopefully I could get something from him other than the Titanite shard. Didn't really get anything, and for people that are coming back to watch this, if you remember, I saw a variant over there in the last playthrough, so that was good. got the Firekeeper Soul, decided to come up here just to see if we can get this going on. But first, had to get that shortcut, you know, got to get that thing going. So after going back to the bonfire to level up just a little bit and also to get my excess flask, because I was like, okay, gotta get ready for the gargoyles, decided to come over here. Hopefully that these guys will be good, because, you know, with that bugger right there, it's gonna be a pain to deal with him. And then, bang. Ugh, I really hate these fucking little assholes and their magic. After beating them and coming over here to save this guy, because later on, yep, we're going to cheese him. We're going to get the fat ring, because we need the fat ring, especially in the early stages, because I'm going to be, well, mostly when I use rings, I only ever use this ring and Havel's ring, just mostly so I don't have to use endurance and stamina right from the get-go, and also health right from the get-go, but definitely will be leveling up once we're able to use the Demon Great Hammer. Ah, the Gargoyles, the second boss of Dark Souls 1. A lot of people think these guys are pretty easy, and you know what? They relatively are. Problem with me is that I'm doing a challenge run on a weapon I don't normally use a lot of time. I normally get rid of the Morning Star as quickly as I can and use weapons that I like, and I have better stats normally, and yeah, found out the hard way that, yep, these guys can definitely kick ass if you're not prepared enough. I learned that out the hard way, and that was the third death count. Yeah, and I really wasn't having a good time with these guys either, because right after that, came back in to try again. Guess what? Another death. I've never died this much time when it came to the gargoyles, but we're still not done, because guess what? Died again. That's right, right after I got the gargoyle shield, I died one more time. But guess what? We're still not done, because even though I was doing pretty good in this one, or so I thought, I get killed down again. Oh, I fucking hated these guys, especially now. But I decided, screw it, take off the shield, take off the chest base, and just basically go all ham. Was able to take down the first gargoyle pretty quickly, and just basically had to learn how to just roll out the way. I was almost killed there and decided better be safe than sorry and just heal up as quickly as I could to the maximum health, and then just go ham, go bonk, bonk, missed the third one, and just kept on moving in, hopefully stun locking him, and then the final bonk after he gave me one more hit, bonk. Bell Gargoyles finally defeated after they killed me 3 times, and I hate to say it, that never happened to me before with the Bell Gargoyles. I wanted to get obviously the bell rung to get this going on, because, you know, now we're halfway done the first part of the game. Next part we'll have to make our way downwards towards eventually Blighttown, but guess what? Without the master key that we should have gotten instead of the black firebomb, we're gonna have to start from the top. Oy. But with that done, decided to head my way back down to the bonfire and level up once more. As you can see where our stats at, we're at 27 now. I was hoping that that would be enough for me to wield the Demon Great Hammer, at least two-handed, but guess what? We're still not. So we're gonna still be stuck using the Morning Star. Probably the next episode I'll use the warpick, because I am kind of curious onto that, but I also wanted to check down here just to see if Buddy was here, and he's not. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more Sir Bonkus Jr. Also, check out in the description, there will be a link of the original playthrough, and also a link to my friend Joseph Roth, who is doing his own version, basically called Choppus, using only axe. Yeah, the names are funny. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.